So you want to go ahead and introduce yourself for us?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Barry Willis. My wife Lisa and I own Lanier Nutrition here in Gainesville. We also own Old Mill Nutrition in Flowery Branch, and we actually have 7 others associated with us. They're a part of our team. The other one is our sons, who's in Carrollton at Wolf Den Nutrition, as well as several others.
What motivated you to get into this business?
So when my wife and I were looking, we were drinking a lot of coffee drinks and other things like that at other places that a lot of people visit, and we really just were feeling all the crash from sugar and the unhealthiness at the end of the day. We might have got the energy from caffeine, but the rest of that was not affecting us well. So we happened to find one of these that was open as an alternative, and we love the products. They're very healthy. We still get the energy, and there's so much more than we even knew when we started. So that's what got us into it. What keeps us into it probably is the community and the people, right? So we love the community that comes into our clubs. We feel like a part of their family. We get to share things with them, and we see regulars all the time.
What steps did you take to get to this point?
So that's interesting. So we have both a team, a larger team across the United States, as well as the manufacturers that have both their own training programs. So they're very good about providing us educational stuff that we go over and have as kind of like cheat sheets. And then the more you do it, the more you know. And then we also attend training several times a year. So we literally just came back a couple weeks ago from North Carolina. And in July, we're going to Indiana. We'll have training in San Diego at the end of the year. So we're constantly talking to other nutrition club owners and working in the environment and just continuing to learn.
Do you set goals for all your establishments?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So, as part of a team, and then we also are leaders within our team. So we do it for both. So for the team that's particularly associated to us that we lead, we're setting those goals. But then we're being given goals by the bigger team as well that we're also following with. So yeah, absolutely. Goals is very important.
What challenges do you face on like an average day?
Yeah, so business owners is kind of like home ownership, and anytime you own something like that, there's going to be maintenance, and things are going to break, things are going to happen. I think those are the challenges, and the way we deal with them is just being flexible and making sure we're as prepared as we can be. Right? You could have an ice machine that have an issue, you could have a shaker or a blender that has an issue. Or it just could be we've had weather, right? So, we've had snow and ice storms, where we're supposed to be open. And then some people are going to, we have a lot of first responders and, police and stuff that come in here occasionally as customers. So they're still out working, but we can't get here because of the weather. So it's just always something that, you're having to look at and find ways around.
What advice would you give to people looking to open up their own version?
Yeah, so that's a great thing, right? We do that a lot. We talk to people about opening their own nutrition clubs. And I think the biggest piece of advice is not to get discouraged and to listen to those people who are out there and mentoring and leading. We've been given and we've helped add to a kind of a roadmap of success and things to do. And I think that's the biggest challenge, right? Is communicating that roadmap to people and sharing it with them and allowing them to understand it so they can utilize it themselves.
What
Right.
would be your one recommendation off of your menu?
Yeah, so for me personally, I'm a kitchen sink. So kitchen sink is just what it sounds like. So for us, a kitchen sink is something that has going to have all the caffeine that we can give in a single drink, as well as it's going to have protein, biotin, and collagen, all really good for you. So I really like kitchen sinks. So mine would be the Superman. That's a wild berry and a blue sour type flavor made into a kitchen sink.
Look forward to trying it.
Awesome.